Juris. What is sui juris? Municipal law is a disability in English law, and bars you from actions as donor. The corporate person is acceptance of the feudal land tenure granted on your behalf. Commentaries on the law of agency as a branch of commercial and maritime jurisprudence, with occasional illustrations from the civil and foreign law. Object of the author in his commentaries. It is a general maxim, that whatever a man sui juris may do of himself, he may do by another. And cor relatively what is done by another is to be deemed done by the party himself. Let us proceed to the consideration of the law of agency, a subject intimately connected with all these branches, and in no small degree necessary to a full and exact exposition of the doctrines applicable to them. From this we shall be led, by a very easy and natural transition, to the law of partnership. And these being discussed, the path to others will lie open before us, unobstructed by any collateral inquiries, which may embarrass our progress. It is obvious to remark, that a large proportion of the business of human life must necessarily be carried on by persons, not acting in their own right, or from their own intrinsic authority, over the subject matter, but acting under an authority derived from others, who, by the principles of natural and civil law, are exclusively invested with the full and complete original dominion, authority, and right over such subject matter. By the general theory of our municipal jurisprudence, and probably by that of all civilized nations, professing to be governed by a regular system of laws, every person is invested with a general authority to dispose of his own property, to enter into contracts and engagements, and to perform acts, quickly respect his personal rights, interests, duties, and obligations, except in cases where some positive or known disability is imposed upon him by the laws of the country in which he resides, and to which he owes allegiance. Every person not under such a disability is treated as being sui juris, and capable, not only of acting personally in all such matters by his own proper act, but of accomplishing the same object through the instrumentality of others, to whom he may choose to delegate, either generally, or specially, his own authority for such a purpose. Only those that are sui juris and not disabled by municipal law have the capacity to extinguish who they are beneficiary of, as well as the next case law states at common law, land tenure law. Only a beneficiary of full capacity can vary or discharge the terms of a trust. Also that not many knowing what a cestui qui v trust is would likely accept a trust like a cestui que trust. Jellin v. Public Guardian and Trustee of British Columbia et al., 2005 BCSC 1615. The British Columbia Court of Appeals decision in Buska v. Rogers Communications Incorporated, 2004, 2004 BCCA 80, Can Lii. 24 BCLR, 4th, 85, BCCA, made it clear that this court has no jurisdiction to make an order under the S1 of the Act on behalf of any adult person with even a remote interest in the subject matter of a trust. Newberry J.A. speaking for the court stated at para. 99. I reiterate my conclusion that on a true construction of the Act, the court does not have the jurisdiction to agree or consent to the extinguishment of the Premier Trust on behalf of any of the designated beneficiaries who are sui juris. The prime precondition for the operation of the rule in Saunders v. Vautier is that all persons entitled to all rights of beneficial ownership, actual and potential, agree. The Act does not remove that requirement. Looked at another way, the Act does not take away the right of every beneficiary who is sui juris to withhold his or her consent if he or she is so minded, and thus insist on the continuation of the trust. SARS, McLeod Lake Indian Band Trust Agreement, Re. 2010 BCSC 1158. 8. At common law, the beneficiaries of a trust may vary the terms of the trust if they are sui juris, having full capacity, and are the only persons entitled to the trust property. Saunders v. Vautier, 1841, CR P 240, 41 ER 482. However, that is not permitted where the beneficiaries include unborn persons, minors, or adults lacking capacity. 37. I conclude that I ought not to approve the proposed amendment. It is not for the benefit of non-sui juris beneficiaries during the life of the trust. I am unable to say that a prudent adult motivated by intelligent self-interest and sustained consideration of the expectancies and risks of the proposal, would be likely to accept it,